Gulag, and welcome back to the Norwegian campaign in Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. It's not a big meeting this month. It's the only battle we have, but it is something. So, let's go. And I am being spotted. I sent the destroyers home. Just gonna do this with the battleship. And there they are. Let's drop down to our cruising speed. Let's see, where did they, yeah. It was hiding in the destroyer smoke screen. But there we go. It is in range of the 18.5s. Or it was. There you go. Let's see, what kind of armor did you... 1.5 on the extended belts. I can do that with HE. Then again, the AP is more than capable of going through the actual main belts and citadel layers. Let's see, we're gonna get a couple of hits here. At least one. So a couple more salvos of HE and then switch to HE. And you got some half decent torpedo range there, Sturgeon. 17.2 electrics. That was some pretty potent hits. I think that's the end of Devonshire. Yeah. No need for that AP salvo. Let's see, has this ship even been on the thumbnail? Maybe it's time. Because it was, I think, my first super battleship of this campaign. There we go. Getting those good hits. 7-inch secondaries. Really doing their job. And torpedoes are incoming, but I think this will sink before that. Yeah. Nice. Alright, not really an unexpected result. Let's see, the army is taking stuff, but I've also had some successful naval invasions. They're down to one active battleship somewhere. Let's see, this battlecruiser can go to a port. Wait a minute. Am I taking... I am. Come on. I clicked you. There we go. Come on. There we go. A little bit slow sometimes. Let's have them sit right outside of Christchurch and get some naval bombardments going. So if that's going to take another 5 months, how about Tasmania? I think that's going to be a 3-month invasion. Probably. The Malta. Which is more worth? 1.2. Cyprus 1.8. Tasmania, yeah, Tasmania. There we go. And when the New Zealand invasion succeeds, I think that's or all of these invasions succeed. I think that's when we're gonna start offering the Brits a peace treaty, and just pick up the rest as war operations, because I think we've got enough victory points. That looks like yeah, 7 million. Not bad. Should get some stuff for that. I'm just gonna unsuspend some stuff here, and we're gonna go to next month. Transport capacity steadily climbing again, now that the well, I only have one enemy and they don't really have any ships, so aside from this battleship, which I might want to do something about. Maybe. Let's see. Strikes. Yeah. Gambia. Sure. That's not a lot of tonnage required. Yeah, Gambia is here. So that brings me on collision course with that British battleship. Let's send this guy. In fact, let's send 2. Two battleships and a squadron of destroyers. Not bad. I want to have this light cruiser though in port here, Hamilton. Just to pacify the little island we just took. So let's see. It's gonna take a little while longer. These 2 heavy cruisers can let me see, Fiji. Do I want to take that too? Okay, that's a 6-month invasion. I thought that was going to be a 3-month invasion. So Fiji, I think, will only be a couple of months. Send out a battle cruiser too. All right. This British invasion failed. This task force can probably go to a port somewhere. That's the biggest one I have in the area. Constantinople? Sure. It's going to add to the repair budget, but that's fine. Sure. Alright. I think we're good now. Yeah, one active battleship. How are the rest of the... Spain doesn't like me too much. That's fine. I would like to eradicate Spain before the campaign ends. -7 with Spain. Good. Some random technology, and yeah, army is taking things. We have a convoy battle. Let's see, Fiji, was it? It's a 5-month invasion. I thought it was going to be a 3-month invasion. That's fine. It's going to be finished the same turn as the Tasmanian invasion. It's not 100%. I need to find myself a... Here we go. One American heavy cruiser, Salem. Yeah, we're a bit over capacity with those repairs. Sent a couple of ships in into port. They're not big repairs, but apparently enough to break the bank. Still over capacity? Yeah. What's 100,000 tons? I can, there we go. Like, none of these are even that badly damaged. Yeah, we're talking just like a couple of months for each. That's not a big deal. That's fine. Let's see about this convoy battle. Okay. We got one of these Americans versus one of these Brits. The Viking, probably not well suited for this. So yeah, okay. Viking, you're gonna have to detach. You're not really any good in a gunfight, but you got the torpedoes. So maybe we can get lucky. William B. Preston. It's actually one of those gunboat corvettes. Which is why it's so cheap. And it could not be armed with anything bigger than 4-inch guns. But it is pretty tough. like the K-class corvettes, it's got a almost battleship level of hull resistance. I'm kind of curious to see how that actually works. Okay, they're getting kind of close without me spotting them. That's the transport fleet. So the enemy destroyer is somewhere close. I'm lucky the enemy transports only have 2-inch guns, which means even the Viking can outgun them. Just barely, but it's probably gonna run out of ammunition before killing all of them. But where's the enemy destroyer? Oh, we got lucky with the torpedoes. There's the enemy destroyer. I was hoping it was gonna eat a couple of torpedoes, but it didn't. Okay. Viking is now taking fire from the actual warship in the enemy fleet. She's not really ready for that. Also, she's out of ammo after killing 2 transports. But I did build it with reduced ammo, because it's just purely a torpedo delivery system. Now let's see what the American can do about the Comet. I'm gonna keep Viking 20 around though. Might have time to do another torpedo launch. Maybe. Okay, we got a couple of torpedoes on William. Wait, you got how many? It has increased torpedo ammo. I must have missed that when I designed it. Or maybe I didn't. Maybe I did that on purpose. Or when I refitted it. See if we can get lucky with those torpedoes again. Or just gun someone down. It's a bit more effective as a gun platform than the Viking. But I really want to get into range of the Comet. Here comes the storm. Okay, my hopes of this outgunning the enemy destroyer kind of fading right now. I thought I was onto something. But the difference in firepower is just too great. Yeah, all the 4-inch guns are gone already. Oh well. I can end it now though, so at least the Viking survives. And, well, we did sink some transports. And I wouldn't even say it was a bad trade, because each of these is worth 20 million. And the William B. Preston was only worth 47. So I wouldn't even count this as a defeat. And I got it for basically for free as American war operations. What kind of naval invasion are you launching here, Britain? Where did you send your battleship? Alright, let's see. Which repair did I suspend? I'll have to wait. It was like up here, wasn't it? Yeah. There. Hopefully I can resume that next turn. Alright, let's see what happens. Alright, Admiral's getting warned. Port's getting struck. Alright. Not a bad matchup. Magnificent class battleship versus, well, some really big ones. Right. So it's gonna be the Battle of the Mark V 20-inch guns. Why is Edvard Grieg not leading? Because I would like her to. We can fix that. Do some maneuvers with these two. And then add them to the formation. Like so. Now, where's the Brit? Way over here. And I think they're gonna get the first shots. Just barely. I think they outranged Edvard Grieg by about a kilometer. That's nothing. So we are on par in terms of main gun range. But I certainly have more guns, so that's helpful. And I think I got better armor. Yeah, not that much actually. It's about on par. They actually have much better citadel protection, but if maybe a little bit excessive. 5.6, that's equal to 56, or you will need 56 inches of penetration to go through that. You cannot do that at point blank, even. Well, the armor isn't doing them much good. Not taking much flooding. There we go. Finally. Well, finally, I say it didn't take long. Also, last of the British battleships. I wonder if they have any more. Because I kind of got the feeling that they were building a lot of stuff, or they had a bunch of ships in construction that were just entering service. Maybe. They got 2 destroyers now. One of which I failed to sink in that convoy battle. 100% there. 100% here. 100 there. And here. That's pretty good. Oh yeah, let's expand the shipyards a bit more. Now let's see how much stuff can be unsuspended. $200,000. That sounds like 2 battleships will just now re-enter construction. They've been delayed and delayed and delayed for quite a while. And now that they're only 6 months away from being finished, well, and 3-month commissioning time, that's 9 months until they're actually in service. And by that time, will I even need new battleships? Probably not. But we're gonna keep mopping up this. Ooh. Ah. Let's see what the captured Macon class can do. Alright. Fastest heavy cruiser in the Navy. Somewhat upgunned since it's original US Navy design. Now with double turrets instead of singles. But I kept its incredible speed. 36.9 knots. Let's see what we can do about these two. Let's see, are they... Comet. That is the very same from that convoy battle. See if we can score some hits. I got some hits at least. Torpedoes have been launched. Let's wait for Comet to launch. There she goes. Now turn around. And we've actually taken the first bit of damage. No, we haven't. Thought we did. I guess it got rounded down. Yeah, I got momentarily confused there. Is that the secondary on Comet? I saw we took some damage, but I guess it was, I thought it was like 900 or something, but maybe it was 0.9 or whatever, and it just got rounded to 0. Could be the case. There we go. Take that, Comet. Not so tough when you're not picking on little corvettes half your size. There we go, actually did some damage. And of course the main guns are switching to whichever target is in the lead. Because just sticking to the target I assigned, that's too complicated. And there we go. 2 enemy destroyers sunk. Not really unexpected when I had 3 heavy cruisers, but and that was the so I've taken Bhutan and New Zealand. let's see. Where to move these now? Christchurch, you're not a big port. You are not a big port. Let's send them to guess we can just send them to the Caribbean. I need to finish off this, then send the ships here, just in case Britain pumps out something to take this with. Like it seems they are doing. Constant stream of destroyers seems to be their tactic right now. Anyway, on to December. Not gonna launch another invasion now. I'm just gonna take the rest as oh, they even have a light cruiser. Interesting. Take the rest as war operations. No way, Greece. Alright. Technologies. And I do see we have a battle. And the army is just being way too active here. I don't like it. My unrest is going up. I mean, on the one hand, yeah, I am gaining territory. Let's see, these guys will just have to sit here. Suitol can join her sister here. Yes. But I will get my my unrest reduced when these naval invasions succeed next turn. And also when this British invasion fails. And also when I hopefully sink this light cruiser. Vindictive class. I don't know if that's a new one, or if it's the one with the magic foam that doesn't sink. Yeah, it looks like the one, or at least the same hull. I should still be able to outgun it though. I mean, I got 12 10.2-inch guns, which is not bad. And I do also have the speed advantage. I noticed it was only doing 30 knots. They do have the torpedo advantage, and they have the bug advantage of not taking any flooding. Let's see if that's the case. 0.5 fore and aft. Well, that's why you're firing HE. Might not be a bad idea. Here we're taking down its structure, but that lack of flooding is still kind of annoying. We launch torpedoes. Means I gotta maneuver. I'm gonna do a full circle and go back to sailing in parallel. Wait for X and Y turrets to turn back around. Actually taking some damage at that angle. But they're taking a lot more damage, even if they're not taking any flooding. So it should be over soon. At 980 million, that should somewhat reduce my my unrest levels. There we go. Polaris sinks due to structural damage. It had no hull left, but somehow the water was kept out. Yeah, that worked. Naval prestige is up to 85,000. Not bad. Not bad. Yeah, they only have destroyers and one light cruiser left. Nice. 39 provinces still. A lot of stuff here to pick up as war operations. And none of them are really that valuable, so I think I can poach most of them. Actually. We are looking at a mostly Norwegian world right now. Let's go 1958. Yeah, I didn't need to worry about the in the unrest levels because election year. That always reduces unrest to 0. And there was a meeting here. That's nice to see that we get to fight their destroyers in one battle instead of lots of like one destroyer up against an entire task force. This is a little bit more fun. And it takes less time and 3 separate battles. I was about to say that we need to feed the Salem some more experience. But the crew is already veterans after that last battle. It's the Scotty and Sif that do not have veteran crews, so these are the ones that need to farm XP. Salem can do circles here. They're not quite as fast as the Salem. And the main guns don't quite have the same range, but they got more guns. Less armor though on the extended belts, so we are actually in danger of these 5.8s going through the 4.5 belts. We got Whitehead, Peregrine, and Loyal. And we are in torpedo range. Whitehead is launched. Let's turn before it's too late. Loyal has also launched. Peregrine did not launch. Yeah, they got that done in no time. Nice. Solid design, these Freya class heavy cruisers. Four transport ships, Western Mediterranean. I've gained Fiji and Tasmania. Yeah, I'm losing 4 transport ships because Britain has 1 destroyer. One whole destroyer. I do have all my ships on sea control, don't I? Most of them. Sea control. There we go. Oh, lots of spare capacity. I can resume construction of everything. Get these battlecruisers done too. Nice. Now the only naval invasion left now is this one that Britain started. You don't have the ships to complete it, but they're trying. Where's this cruiser going? Up there, of course. Send something out to meet it. And these guys should probably be antagonizing Spain. Like that. By the way, where is the Spanish Navy? Here it is. They're just kind of sailing around. Let's increase tension. And then jump to the next turn, see how long it takes for this to fail. You're sending your ship away? Aren't you doing a conquest thing? Well, the army is doing too much. But I can't stop them. I just need to wait for this to fail so I can give them a peace treaty. Lots of meetings. Oh, I got two of these. Interesting. So they were trying to send ships here to actually succeed in the naval invasion. Good thing I had the super battleship Dovre waiting for them. Now, as usual, destroyers don't need to be here. You don't have to see this. The battleship can take care of a couple of upstart heavy cruisers on her own. I'm just gonna get parallel. Get all those guns online. 42 kilometers, which is well, they are in range. Nice to see this ship gets to do something. She's been kind of overshadowed by most everything else. HE worked very well last time. It's got enough pen to go through the extended belts. And do things like that. 4 belt pen, 7,000. And like that. It's just partial pens, but that's still 18-inch high explosive. That's a lot of damage. That is a lot of damage. And Dovre has already switched targets, and that is probably fine. It's not the wrong thing to do here. Because Blake is not quite dead. Certainly no longer combat capable. And Now this one got most of its hull taken away. I can switch back to Blake. A couple of hits should be enough. Secondaries are joining in. And there we go. 2 cruisers sunk. Not bad. But wait, there is more. Vindictive class light cruiser. All of these are now veterans. Yeah, it's the one that doesn't flood. Let's see, how is Salem gonna play in a formation with ships that are not stupidly fast? Is it just gonna make a mess? She's playing fine. Good. There is the enemy. Crown Colony. Now emerging from its smoke screen. I will have no rating of my commerce, thank you. And by the way, Australia, no longer your crown colony, it's mine. You can't have it back. And of course, this being what it is, it does not take any flooding, but it is taking damage. There we go. Some proper damage. Dished out. I'm gonna have to maneuver a bit because torpedoes were launched. There we go. Yeah, once we start doing those, I think there were a couple of main belt pens there. I didn't have time to see. And one last one. Here we go. Yes, that is the one I sent out to clean the enemy from the Mediterranean. Dallas. I remember the opening theme, but nothing else. Let's wait for it to get in range, which is now. And let those 10.3-inch guns do their work. One hit with flooding. A couple more flooding hits to slow it down, and should be a done deal. Still doing 30 knots. Flooding wasn't very serious. But if we're scoring hits, we're scoring hits, and that's good enough. They have launched torpedoes. We're gonna have to maneuver a bit. Do a full circle and then close in. There we go, that's a good hit. 14,000. Torpedo penetration. Nice. We take 6 damage. Right at the end. Alright, minus 14 with Spain. Come on, Britain. I'm gonna stop that. That's just like prolonging the war. I'm gonna have to find some ships to send down there and deal with that. Do I have any spare, like, battle cruisers? Of course I do. I know I have these two here in this. Where did I put their sisters? Here. There we go. They should not have anything to threaten that. Like, really, Britain, you need to stop doing this stuff where you launch a naval invasion that you can never successfully complete. You're just prolonging the war. And also, I'm not going to let you leave the Red Sea. We have a meeting and a strike. Here we go. Champion class, that's a new one. So they've so these are out of production now, I think. And this is the new model. 1/3 the cost, a little bit faster, a little bit smaller. Okay. So Vindictive was actually 16,000 tons. I didn't notice that. That's huge for a light cruiser. That is bigger than their heavy cruisers. But anyway, let's take these on. This is really gonna be Dovre's own episode. I'm just gonna do this and then end the episode, I think. Okay. They went invisible. But the heavy cruiser I can see. I thought this was gonna be when I got a peace treaty and got to do some refits of whatever British ships I could get. But apparently we're still fighting. Let's do Suffolk first. I know how to sink those ships now. Dovre has taken down quite a few of them. Just need to get her guns zeroed in. And there we go, we're getting that 70% hit rate. And that cruiser is as good as done. There we go. Champion. Let's see what the new light cruiser is all about. It's a different hull. It's not the unsinkable one. That's some very, very light main armament. It's got 3 5.5-inch guns. And some 3.4s as secondaries. Very long range torpedoes though. 25.8 kilometer torpedo range. I mean, it's not bad for 340 million. That's a well, it's kind of bad in terms of like firepower, but and they're all underwater launchers, so they don't have like the best angles to launch from. That's why they haven't launched yet. Yeah, it is sinking. You can already switch to inconstant. which will not be sinking, so I have to blow it up. See how well Dovre can do that. Quite well, it seems. Give it a couple more big salvos on. Oh, okay. Extensive fire. You don't see that often in the Dreadnought Improvement Project, but it does happen. And there we go. The not quite the end of the British Empire, because they keep launching these dummy naval invasions, preventing the peace treaties. So darn it, that means the army is going to take more stuff and my unrest will go up. At least this should fail like next turn and or the turn after. So this would succeed. I'm gonna get unrest from the army taking the Ivory Coast, and then the British naval invasion here will fail, and that will take away that unrest, hopefully. Now the army is just mopping up stuff. I mean, it's not... You wouldn't think that would be a bad thing, but it kind of is because of how unrest works. So if your army takes a territory, that makes the people sad. Which I guess that makes sense for the people living in that territory. But if the Navy takes it, everyone is happy. So that's how it works. Goodbye, and take care.